What's up, guys? Today we're going to explore Ace Studio, the Add a Layer feature. This is a tool that you can use to describe what you want, and the AI generation will create stems or little bits and pieces that you can layer onto your song. So I already have an existing track here for demonstration, and we're going to start adding stuff on top of this. And this is going to be my first time actually really testing out this feature here. So we're going to actually see how it works and if it actually does its job and can really enhance our music and make our workflow faster. We're not trying to use AI to replace creativity. We're using it to enhance and speed up execution of ideas. So let's dive into it. Let's do some kind of piano. I want a cinematic grand piano, simple melody, minimal notes. Also, let's try custom, because I want to try something really weird. We're going to do a didgeridoo. So we got to put what instrument we want, and now we got to describe the style. Okay, and we're going to say rhythmic pulsing, one sustained note, drone. I don't have the best description, so hopefully you can understand. And let's hear how our keyboards turned out. The important thing to note is that it's generating based on the context of your existing music that's already here. So it's listening to this song and now adding in context to that. So that kind of makes it a little bit easier. Okay, that's not bad. I do like this one first part. Maybe I'll keep that. So here we can click on effects. We're gonna increase the highs, cut some mids, cut a little lows, increase the wetness of the reverb. Now look, we're not like actually trying to mix this thing, but we're just trying to shape the sound a little bit. Later on, you can export all the stems and loops that you've created into your session, blend them in, mix them properly into your song, right? Kind of like if you were to go to Splice and look for little loops or sounds, you can essentially now type it and get your own custom version here. So now let's listen to the didgeridoo. Well, that does sound like a rhythmic pulsing one note didgeridoo. Well, maybe we'll take this last part. So just like Ableton, a lot of similar shortcuts. You can copy paste. The splicing and cutting is very similar. Zooming in, zooming out, very similar. So that's nice. So like this is pretty much my second time ever using this thing. It already feels pretty native to Ableton. Maybe right here we'll do like some kind of transition effect sound. So we'll add another layer, and this will be an FX. Okay, cool. They have that category. High impact, shimmery glass texture. It won't always be accurate. You might have to do it a few times. I think the technology is early, but in time, as this advances, you can easily create stems, loops, one-shots, and it just speeds up the whole process of executing your ideas. So if we want to raise the gain, we can actually double-click the track just like on Ableton, and we can bring that gain up, and let's hear how we got. All right, let's try adding Monk's throat singing, low, deep, resonant, one sustained note. I'll be surprised if it actually gets this. So here's what it gave us for the Monks. I mean, that's cool, but it wasn't quite what I described. So as you can see, it's a little bit hit or miss sometimes, and I want to be realistic with you guys, and it's not perfect. But nonetheless, I still like this Monk sound effect. I'm sure we can use that as a transition sound. In the meantime, let's revamp our didgeridoo. Let's make it a long, simple droning sound. I'm going to try using a simple prompt, and let's see if it can get it right. Let's try some Indian tabla. I'm gonna keep it real simple. Here's our revamped didgeridoo. All I said was long drone note. Okay, that's much better. Later on, we can add sidechain in that, so it's gonna actually blend in well. But cool, now we start duplicating, we start kind of creating our tracks here. So as you can see, we already got a nice little effects sound. We got these little keyboards twinkling around, and we got a nice little didgeridoo. Let's see how the tabla came out. Nice. Okay, so it looks like short prompts is where it's at. I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty cool. Now, like I said, it's not perfect, but so far it's done most of what I asked it to. With Suno, you're not doing anything, right? You type something, it creates the whole track for you. At least here, you can create part by part. You still have to use your mind and creativity, but you still need to understand the fundamentals of composition, arrangement, layering, sound design, all of those things. right, so it gave us a pulsing synth. Now, to be fair, all I said was long ambient notes, so I didn't give it much to work with. Let's see how it sounds in context. At this point, we got too much going on, so let me move this over here. I'll put the didgeridoos over here as well. For something like a synth, we're gonna be more descriptive. We'll try retro, high pitch, saw synth, long ambient note. Okay, we'll be a little more descriptive. Let's see what happens now. All right, well, it did not pass the synth test so far, but all in all, good on the drums and tabla, good on the didgeridoo, good on the keyboard, good for transition sounds. We're gonna actually put an empty MIDI track here. And now we're not adding a layer, but I definitely want to add some MIDI here. Let's just take a quick look at this. This is going to be an AI instrument, some kind of like string ensemble. Just drag and drop that in there. There's our violin ensemble. And now let's hear everything we've added thus far. Nice, pretty cool. We turned this into some mystical desert jungle tribal I don't even know how to describe it. We just got weird, but we went places. But look, this is pretty cool. I still think it's early, and I think it's just going to get better with time, and I'm excited to see how it progresses. So if you want to check this out and be an early adopter and start speeding up your workflows and getting your ideas faster, go ahead and click that link in the description. I think this is going to help you a lot, especially if you don't really know much theory, you're not really great at hunting for sounds or sound designing things yourself. This is a great alternative to help you get out of those technical ruts and just break that barrier so you can keep your creative flow going. So thanks for watching. See you next time.